phone call coming in, looks like.
That's cool.
You good?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, back to the regularly scheduled programming. Ivy Young.
Technology interfered.
You
What
gotta
the
love
heck?
it.
Yeah,
Gotta love it. But yeah, Ivy Young's in the house, continuing the conversation about stone, cutting-edge stoneworks, what the business is all about. So stick around. About Your House is brought to you in part by PutToolsInSchools.org, connecting students to tools of the trades and raising awareness of the many career pathways. About Your House is also brought to you in part by Queen City Home Store. Queen City Home Store is a family-owned store. They've been serving the Carolinas for over 70 years. They're the largest independent appliance retailer in the Carolinas, constantly growing and taking pride in the experience that they offer customers with a knowledgeable sales staff, product selection, and lowest price guarantee. So sit back, relax, and enjoy some time with us. And now, here's your host, Ray Terry.
And welcome back. Hour number 2 coming your way from the podcast studio here at the Toolbox. PutToolsInSchools.org. A connecting space, connecting kids to the tools. Today, we've got Cutting Edge Stoneworks here. Miss Ivy Young, the Business Development Director and Artistic Creator.
That's
you ever
true.
do any design work now?
Occasionally.
You like that?
I do.
You got kids. You got 2 boys, you said. Are your boys connected with any tools? Since you got a family history of tools.
They will tinker a little bit.
They will tinker a little bit?
They will tinker a little bit. They'll take things apart, try to figure out how they can put them back together. Sometimes it's good, sometimes not so much.
We
But
had a
that's okay.
forklift mishap yesterday. It just quit. We had a work day, as I talked about Saturday. And I backed the forklift out, and it just quit working. It just shut off, and it wouldn't crank back up. Yesterday, a guy that owns a forklift next door came over and talking about tinkering. The point spring broke. The points into the distributor, and you probably don't know what I'm talking about, but I know it well. And when he undid it, I says, well, I'll fix it next time, you know. So, and I asked him what he did. He says, Ray, I've done everything. And I says, I know the feeling. You could see his hands were all worked to death. He's about your age, 50, and he's worked in the mechanic industry. They rebuild hydraulic cylinders next door. And there's another career pathway that AI will never take the place and constantly in demand because they cannot build roads, infrastructure. I mean, backhoes, bulldozers, excavators, all of them run on hydraulic power. They run with movement of hydraulic oil through cylinders, and we've got a shop next door that rebuilds them and fixes them. Never run out of work. So when we talk about the trades, it's job security.
I agree.
It's job security, 100%. Are you worried about a job?
No.
Why would you say that? Because you're that good. You're confident.
I'm pretty confident because I'm in a trade and I also do sales, and sales is also, selling all of these different things that we need, whether it's North Carolina, whether it's other places. Like, we need materials and we need all of these things to continue growing.
Yes, we do. Let's get to the stoneworks aspect of it. You're in business development, but that'd be basically sales. When you get in what capacity do you work? Can you do them all up at Cutting Edge? Not all, but I mean in sales. Do you meet with customers?
I do. I go out and so recently, just this last weekend, I was in Asheville. So I was up there and talking about our services and doing things like that. And while I was there, it was interesting. There was a home show, and I went and attended the home show. And there they had the local high schools. There was like 15 local high schools, and they were doing a thing there that was called something for paws. And all the high schools...
Something around animals and pets.
Yeah, they built dog houses.
Right.
And they were teaching the students there how to use tools with, making these dog houses.
That's awesome. Glad you shared. Thank you.
It was so cool. And I actually won one of the dog houses, so I have to go pick it up. But I just stopped, and I wanted to buy the raffle tickets for them because I was so proud of these kids. These looked awesome.
That's something we need to do in Charlotte.
Yes, absolutely.
But see, the kids, there again, how do we do that? ABC put together a shed building competition last year and had 5 high schools, step up and build these small sheds. And it was a great event, but there were only 5 high schools. And there are 39 high schools in the Charlotte Metro system. In the Charlotte Metro, CMS, Charlotte Mecklenburg Schools, now there's 17 to 20 private schools. So you think we could get schools involved with something like that? Now you'll find that more in rural cities like Asheville.
Right.
Asheville's very rural. But let me ask you this: so you went to the home show? How was it attended?
It was. They did well.
They did.
There was a lot of participation, not only with all the different trades were there, because they were.
That sounds great. We used to do that with Southern Shows in Charlotte, the Ideal Home Show. Back in the day when Southern Shows ran the shows here in Charlotte, locally owned, the Zimmerman family. And I was on the committee, the advisory committee for that for a long time. And NARI, oh man, back in the 90s, we killed it. We brought the house down at the Southern Ideal Home Show. It was fabulous. But Charlotte home shows have gone down considerably because of the internet. But people shop on the internet, and home shows in Charlotte now. From what did you attend to one back in January at the convention center?
I did not.
Well, several did, and there again, it was a very low turnout. It's like we're too busy in the city or something. I don't know what it is, but home shows just aren't what they once were. Because I love me some home shows. I had a lot of good times at the home shows, and spent many, many hours building a booth, tearing down, all that. Have y'all been? Do y'all do home shows at all?
I don't know that we have, to be honest. It's difficult for us, like even with that, when we did the school thing, stone's heavy, and it's not like we can just,
Oh, I know.
so it's harder, it's a little bit more difficult for us, which is why we
Sure.
went for the, showing the difference between computers and stone was kind of that whole point when we went to Bailey Middle School. Just to show that it's not all hands-on. It's still computer and all of the and fixing.
It takes all the pieces
Yeah.
to the puzzle.
Yes, including the fixing of all of this, because all the machines break down. They all have to be fixed. So they have,
Right.
the water has to be tested.
Do y'all have a maintenance guy that kind of
We do.
takes care of most of the machines?
We do. And at Cutting Edge, we're very serious about our guys. And so they all have PPE. We make sure that the water is...
Personal protective equipment. Okay, let's get PPE
Yep.
right. That's a trade terminology. OSHA 10 certified.
Yes. We recycle our water. So, and everything is, the shop is a very wet shop, so they're not breathing in. We have the air tested for them, so it's when you make sure that you're taking care of your people, like, I have to say, like, Cutting Edge really does care about their employees in that regard. Like, it's not, some shops, I used to go around and go to other shops. Some shops are doing things that are totally illegal, and they don't care about their people. And Cutting Edge does. I mean, their masks fit them. They get checked out. Like, it's a pretty big deal, and we want to keep them healthy.
There's one piece of equipment up at Cutting Edge Stoneworks, and it's in the name, cutting. If most people only understood what cuts the granite, it's water. Water. 40,000 pounds, I think, something like that. Water pressure cuts through the stone and does it on a CNC, meaning it's computer driven, very accurate, but somebody has to program that machine, set that machine up to cut that top accordingly. And it's pretty amazing. Talk about water. You're pumping 40,000 pounds. I think that's what it is. Don't quote me on that because I'm not exactly sure, but I did have a little tutoring lesson at one of the fabricators at one point, and it's just absolutely amazing. The mechanical, the arms, the cranes, the booms, the robot. What's that robot do, by the way?
He can work on 2 slabs at the same time, so he rotates back and forth. It's called a Baca.
Is it a water jet? What is it?
He's water.
So it's a water.
I don't know if he's considered really a water jet. I'm
Well,
not
if it's water, it's going to be a water
But-
jet. If he's shooting water,
He has a
does it
saw.
cut?
Yeah, it cuts.
So it's a cutter.
It's a cutter.
Okay. See, I didn't watch it. That was up there. It
Yeah,
was
the
down
water
or
jet is
something.
on is that first one when you
The
come
big
in.
table.
The big huge table.
Yeah. Well, that is a water jet too, but the robot, you say it cuts, so it's
Yeah,
probably
he
cutting
cuts.
with water too.
Yeah, all of it is all water too, because otherwise it would get too hot and it would break the stone as they were cutting it. So
But I remember the days when it first came to Charlotte where they had the big saws, wet
Mm-hmm.
saws.
yeah,
Water jet was not that popular.
no,
It was mostly cut with the diamond blades. It's come a long way since then. A long way.
a long way.
You know.
And the precision is excellent with some of these things.
What's the process if a person wanted to do work with y'all?
Uh-huh.
In other words, could they come up there, walk in the front door, and say, "Would you work with that customer?"
Yes.
So what is the process?
So they would come up and or make an appointment because that's the
Oh yeah,
easiest.
absolutely.
Yeah, and then
Don't just show up. In other words, you need to call ahead.
you could, but you get better service if you make an appointment.
They'll make you coffee then. Yeah.
Yeah, then you get coffee. And then you talk about your project, and there's probably I think there's 8 salespeople that are there, and one of them will help, and they'll walk you outside if you want to pick
So
your
you got
remnant.
8 salespeople.
Uh-huh.
Okay, keep talking.
So they'll walk you outside. There's 2,400 remnants if you want to go that direction. We have over
Wow.
3,000 slabs, full slabs if you want that. And we are about to open up a gallery right next to Cutting Edge. A building came available, and so we took it, and so we're going to have our
That just
own-
happened, didn't
Yeah,
it?
that just happened. We didn't even open it yet. But we're going to host NARI next month.
Oh, you are?
And so we're hoping to be able to do little tours in the new building as well, and that'll hold just all natural stone.
So next month, NARI meeting's going to be at Cutting Edge Stoneworks up in Mooresville, and we'll get the address to you before the end of the show. So if you're interested in, remodeling, you want to be a better, I won't say better, but you want more networking possibilities, and I would highly recommend that you visit a NARI meeting and meet some people in the industry. There's a lot of, I don't know, I think NARI membership's up around 150, something like
Yeah.
that, up around 150. It's been as high as 200, as I think. And then due to, the economy, up, down, up, down. I've been through 5 recessions and seen ups and downs, and that's just the industry.
I also go to NARI has the women
Yeah,
in NARI.
WIN.
The
Women
WIN,
in NARI.
yeah. So I get to do that monthly too, and that's been great because all the women getting together and the different challenges that we have and what we do next and learning from each other has been great.
There's something that's happened in the past decade, and I talk frequently about it, and that's women in construction.
Mm-hmm.
Women have literally, once again, the associations in Charlotte, the AGC, the ABC, the NARI, the NAWIC, they're about all run by women now. Did you know that?
I did not.
Yeah. Most associations now in the building industry have been run by women for quite some time now. Now, the board of directors on ABC is mostly men, but the day-to-day operations, Christy Powell's running ABC now. She comes from 84 Lumber, I believe. But women have literally taken over the industry, and I say taken over the industry. They're in a lot of the leadership roles
Right.
in organizational. Why is that?
They're enhancing the industry.
Well, I'm not saying it's detrimental at all, although sometimes I think there is a little too much estrogen in the kitchen, but that's just my point of view. And I'm not critical of it, honestly, I'm not, because women are more details, like I tell kids all the time. A woman, a girl, right out of high school can start welding right out of high school, and she can make 6 figures in less than 3 years. Welding. Why do women fit that category? Because they're a lot more detail oriented. than men, and they just pay it. They're just on top of details, and they make great welders. Now you got a fabricator at Cutting Edge that's a female, right? How long has she been there? Just out of curiosity.
I know she's been in the industry a long time. She is more recent to Cutting Edge, but she's known in the industry. When you're in the industry long enough, it doesn't really matter where you were. They know you by your actual name. You know, like it just follows you. If you're good
Just
at what
like
you
a
do.
great mechanic, once you get in the stone and you become a craftsman,
Yes.
you're an artist. You're a master craftsman. And I imagine there's not that many, relatively speaking, in the stone industry, but they're out there. And now we got a female that's considered just that, working for Cutting Edge.
Yeah.
Now, did Mike steal you from the last company, or did you just kind of jump over? And I don't mean that critically, honestly, but I mean it happens.
So he had an opportunity. So for the position that I do, besides you have to be able to talk about what he does as a company. And so I had met him. I've known him for probably 10 years as well, and he had the position open. And in his mind, that I would fit that bill because I can talk about his business, and I get just as excited about the tools and the computers and, you know, all these things that I can promote that part, you know. So that's why I got out of wholesale to work for him.
Gotcha. Well, let's get back to a customer. Customer walks in the door. Y'all take him out, him or she or whatever, the customer, out and visit the rock field.
Yep.
I call it the rock field because it's a big yard full of big slabs. And then what?
Then they pick their edges, and we talk about sinks, like what kind of sink you want to use, and you know how many holes you're going to have, in, you know, for your faucet. And then we get you an estimate off of your drawings, then we send somebody out to verify those drawings.
So you qualify them before you go out to see the job. Meaning
mostly.
You kind of get a price range
Yes.
so you can kind of qualify.
Yeah.
So you know that walking out of the building.
Yes.
Well, that in itself is a quick turnaround.
Yeah.
I mean, you walk in the front door, and they normally do you ask them setting an appointment to bring some measurements with them?
Mm-hmm. They can, bring some measurements.
And people
color.
know how to read the tape measure. Wow.
People do know, yes, most of the time. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but anything's good, better than nothing. But we also send somebody out, and we literally can get you a new kitchen within 2 weeks.
Well, that's what I was going to ask about turnaround.
Or 2 weeks.
So you can go out there, template the job,
and in 2 weeks you'll have a kitchen.
In 2 weeks, they're going to come out and demo it. Basically, take the top. Do y'all do the removal? Mm-hmm. So do you remove appliances?
We do not.
Well, that's why I wanted to ask that, because I've got to go out tomorrow afternoon and jerk a cooktop out so they can put new counters in.
Yep.
You know, that's why I was asking, because I know sometimes, amazingly, they rip them out and leave it, you know, for somebody else to come put them back in.
Right.
But y'all don't take appliances out?
We don't.
Cool. What about sinks, plumbing?
No, we are not plumbers.
So you don't take the sink out. So you don't remove. You just do counter work.
Correct.
And that's cool. I can dig it. Now, do you make recommendations for plumbing fixtures? Who do y'all work with?
We do not.
Y'all don't make any
We
recommendations?
do not.
That's good.
We kind of just,
Go with the flow.
yes. We want you to use your people, and honestly, it's hard to you know.
Oh, that's
we don't
why
want
I
to
asked the
recommend.
question.
Yeah, it's hard to recommend.
Because you get in the middle.
Yeah. That's why it's important, too, to have enough trades, too, because otherwise the ones that are available aren't the ones you want to use.
Did you hear what she just said? The ones the ones that are available. And that goes into that category of planning.
Yes.
And I've told you a bazillion times on this program, that every job needs to be planned thoroughly. Everything needs to be worked out. And if you put yourself in a corner with labor, you'll probably be sorry you did. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree.
And if you can get them on a moment's notice, they're probably not the people you want. right?
Well, and that's the thing, too.
That there are exceptions.
There are exceptions. And I think that's where there's a little bit of a miss, too. Like, there's going to be, besides the need for the students learning these trades, we also need them to open their own businesses. Like, these small businesses that these kids, we need a new plumbing business. Like, eventually, everybody's going to retire, and we're still going to need new businesses.
Well, one of the key words I hear a lot is entrepreneur. I'm going to be an entrepreneur. In what? It's like I'm going to college. For what? What do you mean?
It's another one of your trigger words is entrepreneur.
Well, it is entrepreneur.
That tape measure.
But you say, what is an entrepreneur? They use the word, but they really don't know what entrepreneur means fully.
Right.
You know, but that word is a buzzword in school. I'm going to be an entrepreneur. And the new one, a digital creator. I'm going to be an influencer. You're hearing these new career pathways.
Did you know I took a class in high school? It's just called entrepreneurship. You would have loved it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What'd you learn?
What an entrepreneur was.
What is it?
It's basically somebody that owns their own business. And starts
I mean, it's pretty simple. You're going into business, right?
right.
You had to have a whole semester on that?
No. It was a small business and entrepreneurship, and you basically created your own business and did a project and did some of the finances and balance your own thing, that kind of thing.
But to your point, you're right. We need more small businesses, and when you get into trades and learn the trade and learn the tools and learn soft core skills like how to talk to people, and also, when I'm with a group of kids, I ask them that question: what's the most important thing you do every day? Every day. We all do it. What's the most important thing? What do you think, Al?
I would say brush your teeth because I'm a mom.
Good answer.
That's a good answer as a mom, but there's still one better, is communicate.
Communicate is very important.
Communicating is the most important thing we do every day, and unfortunately, we've lost the ability to do so effectively.
Right.
For example, yesterday, I'm working with a group of men every Saturday. They have a hard time picking up the phone and calling people and talking on the phone. It's a lot easier, it's a lot quicker, and you get the point across very well. But yet people, for some reason, don't want to do it. Do you find that to be difficulty in your business, communication?
Yes.
Wouldn't you put that up there pretty much at the top of the list?
I would put that at the top of the list.
Yeah, and I ask this with companies every week. But right now, I'm going to talk about my sponsors, if I may. Hour number 2, my sponsors are and will be ABS Insulating. ABS Insulating, been with the show for quite some time, been a great sponsor because they believe in what we're doing around put tools in schools. And also, it's just a great company like Cutting Edge Stone. Great companies come on about your house. ABS Insulating, no exception. Great company, been around the city here for quite some time, do great work. They know insulating very well, regardless of what you want. Open cell foam, closed cell foam, bad insulation, air seal program, does not matter. Give them a call. That's ABS Insulating. Go online, set you an appointment right there on the website, absinsulating.com. Once again, gutters. They've got a gutter division. I know it's ABS Insulating, but they got a great gutter division that will take care of any gutter problems you have. Maintenance, new gutters, gutter protection, doesn't matter. Give them a call. Go online, absinsulating.com. And Floor Coverings International, Southeast Charlotte. Tegan and Crew, Carol, bunch of great, talking about women. There again, heading up the show down there at Floor Coverings International, Southeast Charlotte. A great company. They bring the showroom to you. They've got vans running all over this city, bringing floor coverings, no matter what the case may be. They'll take care of you. If you don't know, they'll put you on the right path. That's Floor Coverings International, Southeast Charlotte. Hardwood floors, engineered, sanded, doesn't matter. New stairs. You need a new set of steps, treads, refinished, whatever the case may be. Carpet runners, custom carpet. They do it. That's Floor Coverings International, Southeast Charlotte. Go online, yourflooringteam.com. And then Cutting Edge Stoneworks in the house here. Queen City Home Store, been in the Charlotte area for over 70 years now. Originated in 1952 by the Player family right here in the big Queen City. Now here we are 3 generations later giving you great service. If it's in your home now, they got you covered, be it furniture, bedding, entertainment, media, appliances, no matter what you want, they've got you covered. North and South Carolina opening new stores to meet your need with great prices, great service, and you just can't beat them. Great delivery. Give them a call at 704-391-6000. Better yet, go online. You can shop online, queencityonline.com. The Player family, 1952, 3 generations now. They're a super company to be with, super company for support. They're big sponsors of NARI. They're very involved in the community. So Queen City Home Store, queencityonline.com. Today we got digital. We got Cutting Edge Stoneworks, CES, Cutting Edge Stoneworks up in Mooresville. If you're looking for new countertops and cures, go online, cuttingedgestoneworks.com. I got Miss Ivy Young here. And she is the business development director with Cutting Edge. And I think you go back what? How long in Stone?
10 years.
10 years.
Mm-hmm.
You see yourself going anywhere else?
Nope.
You a happy girl?
I have.
Good. Where are you living?
I live in Concord.
Concord, Cabarrus County.
Uh-huh.
Cool. How long have you lived there? I'm not trying
18.
18 years. Cool. You live out in the country or the city?
Well, it was the country. Now it's starting to become the city. I mean, it's not much different now.
You look like a country girl.
I'd like to be a country girl.
Were you raised in the country or city?
in the country in New Jersey.
New Jersey country?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What? And you've been in Charlotte how long?
18 years.
18. So you see yourself going and moving out of Charlotte Metro?
No.
Do you like where we're going for the big city we are?
I do. I wish we'd help with some of those traffic issues. But
That ain't never going away. That's why I asked, because I wanted to see what came out of your mouth
yeah,
first.
traffic is a little bit of an issue. I'd like to move out a little bit.
Gets worse
further.
every day.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Every day. And Mooresville, it ain't getting better up there, man. It's one little congested area up there.
Mm-hmm.
You know. All right, back to stone. What's the most popular stone now?
I would say quartz.
Quartz. Now tell people what quartz is.
So quartz is a man-made material that they take natural stone and they mill it and then they add resins and make a stone. So it allows you to have something that looks like a marble but without the maintenance of it. It's really hard and dense material.
You don't have to seal it.
You do not have to seal it.
Don't have to seal it. It's approved by restaurants. Am I
Yes,
correct
you can
on
use it in
that?
restaurants. Uh-huh.
Use it in restaurants or any, environmentally protected area such as food service.
As long as it's, yes, you can't use it outside, so it does have a drawback with outside.
What happens?
It changes the color of it basically.
So
It'll leach it
UV
out.
rays will change the
Yeah.
hues
Yeah.
in the stone. I didn't know that. I was curious. But if you want to outside, you could go natural stone and your
You could, or you can go porcelain, which is really the best option.
porcelain. That's new, is it not?
It's newer, yes. It's becoming more and more popular because
I know it is.
because you can put it outside, so you have an option to put something outside, and that's lighter in color.
We talk about porcelain when we talk about tile these days.
Mm-hmm.
But now you're telling me they've got porcelain counters.
Yes,
Now the porcelain, how thick are they?
it's little.
So it's small,
Yes,
but you have to cut it and
yes,
corner it and what have you.
yes.
I say corner it, miter it, all that.
And you can also use it in showers, so you don't have any grout lines or anything. So you're having full panel porcelain
So
showers.
y'all are putting up full panel porcelain now.
Yes.
Y'all are moving into the tile arena somewhat, although it's sheet goods, so it would fit in this. I could understand that crossover.
It's because, too, everybody's staying in their houses longer, so they want to
Yeah.
age in place. And part of aging in place is not having to scrub out those little grout lines. So this is just spray and squeegee and you're done, and you don't have to worry about it.
So, if you're remodeling your bathroom and you're looking for your surfaces, be it stone, porcelain,
Yes.
where are you getting your porcelain from? Can I ask that question?
Cutting edge.
Well, so y'all get it from a source.
Yes.
The reason I ask this, Constantino, is big
Yes.
into porcelain sheets.
Yes. We can get them from there. We
Okay.
can get them from. We do also. We put quartz in the shower as well. So Cambria has a thinner,
Yeah.
like a thinner type material that we'll use in there. LG, they have a.
LG's into the industry of rock or stone or surface materials.
Yes, they are.
Cool. And what sizes are those sheets?
So
This is something that blows my mind.
around 126 by 63.
That's 10 foot 6 inches and 5 foot 3 wide. How do you carry and handle that stuff? Because it's as thin as 1/8 of an inch. Some of those sheets are like 1/8 of an inch
Yeah,
thick.
this is. Yes, I think.
But
this
yours is more substantial. Yours probably around a quarter
a
to
quarter. Yeah.
something like that.
They have little suction cups, and the guys carry them in, and they get put up. We do the same thing on fireplaces. You can do porcelain fireplaces as well, and that way it keeps the weight down a little bit, but you still can have that, that double-story fireplace-looking, look to it, and
Right.
be creative with it.
Gotcha.
But that's also a really great thing for outside, because you can use the porcelain and cut it and make squares around pillars and stuff
Yeah.
outside. You can do the countertops with it, and you'll be able to have them in a white color, as opposed to normally you'd have to do it like in a dark granite or something. But in the Carolinas, it gets so hot that when you put your hands on it, you have to watch children's hands when you start putting those granites out there, because they get hot. So this keeps the temperature down a little bit.
Porcelain does?
Porcelain does.
See, I've learned some stuff here today. I didn't know y'all were into the porcelain to that degree.
It's great for benches and stuff too. Like, again, we're talking about aging in place, and you can have a porcelain bench, and it's really easy to clean, and you just go on your day, and you're not having to fuss with it too much.
Well, since you bring that up, that makes a lot of sense for backsplashes. To me, that makes more sense for a backsplash than stone, because it's not as thick. Therefore, some of these backsplashes are 3 centimeters.
Yes, we do that as well still.
God, that's a lot of rock on the wall.
It is, but the look it's hard to mimic that look, because it's.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah. And we can mill it down a little bit sometimes, like where we take it from a 3 and mill it down, or bevel it on the edges a little bit. So, there's different looks that you can do, depending on that space too.
Look at the creativity there.
Right? See, it's
Wow.
artistic.
Yeah. I'm thinking about this porcelain things you just threw at me. And you could not do that without water jets. So it cuts right through that porcelain on a bevel and on a miter.
Yes, and so you can do furniture with it. So it gets us in a lot of different arenas too, because we're fireplaces, outdoor kitchens, furniture, bathrooms.
Furniture. What kind of furniture are you going to do? I know you've
You
done
can do the
some.
tables.
Yeah, the tabletop.
You can make cubes out of it.
Speaking of which, I got one for you to measure.
Ah, good thing I can read a measuring tape.
Yeah, it is. Well, can you?
I can.
Do you know what's amazing? Speaking of reading a measuring tape, I ask the kids a lot when I go out there, and most of them cannot. 95% of the kids can't read tape measures. But here's the sad part: some of the teachers can't either.
I can see that.
Yep.
Because I think they probably stopped when if you're a younger teacher, they probably already didn't have those in the schools by then.
That's true. Well, see, you're supposed to learn that in the 3rd grade. That's 3rd grade math, fractions. But yet, and then you hear, one of the things I've noticed here this year is everybody's into tenths. They think everything's centimeters.
Oh,
They'll say a centimeter. And nope, that's not a centimeter. That's a 16th of an inch. The first little black marks,
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they'll call it centimeters. Or that's 36 plus a little bit. No, that's 36 and a quarter, and it's plus a little bit, but that's the way it is. But anyway, this porcelain is that becoming more and more popular?
It is. It is. Plus, because also the induction cooking is coming into place.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Now,
So,
why did you throw that in the mix? That's interesting. But you're right. Induction cooking is awesome.
so if you have a porcelain, or you mentioned Cosentino, so Decton is one of
Right.
the products. So there's these units that go underneath the porcelain, and when you put a pan on it, all of a sudden there is a cooking surface. And when you take the pan away, the cooking surface is not there anymore. And
Hold on a second. So what now this is new to me, and I'm really interested in this. You're telling me that with a porcelain top, they can put the induction top below it,
Yes.
cover it up, and the cooking goes through the porcelain.
Yes.
Wow. Now I have not seen
But
that.
it's not hot. It's not hot to the touch.
I know it's not. The thing about induction heating, and I'm glad we talk about this, because just last week I went into a kitchen, and he says, because I love to cook. You've seen what I cook on, and I love to cook. And I never used induction before about a year ago. Now, I'd heard about them, and I'd heard that they'll boil water in 90 seconds, and then you can take the pot off the burner and put your hand on it, and it won't burn you. I found that totally intriguing. Well, I went to Seattle to visit my girlfriend, and we had the dog sit, and so I went in the kitchen, looked down and saw that cooktop. Says, what do we got here? And it was definitely a induction cooktop. So I said right then, oh boy, I get to cook with induction cooking tonight. And sure enough, first thing I did right then and there, though, was get me a pot and put the water in it and see if it would boil water in 90 seconds, which it did. And blew me away. And so I cooked dinner that night. It was just as good as gas. Mm-hmm. It really was. And now, last week I was talking to a gentleman. I went in there and he says, Ray, I hate that darn cooktop I got. I says, thought about induction? He says, no, what? What about induction? I said, check it out. Check it out.
It's pretty neat.
I just can't. That's amazing what you told me, though.
So we also have where you can get phone chargers that are put up underneath stone, and this can be any stone, but underneath the stone, and it gets hollowed out, and there's like a charging thing. So you see nothing until you put the phone down, and all of a sudden there'll be like a little spot for you to charge. But they're coming out with these appliances too, where it'll be a blender and such and such. So you just put the blender on there, and all of a sudden the blender will work because there's a charger.
Now, we gotta set up a time. I gotta see some of this stuff.
Oh, this
I mean, really, this is amazing.
Technology
I didn't know
and
that technology was available. I don't get out much anymore, you can tell, but no. That technology is amazing. Mm-hmm. And all that's around porcelain, though.
The induction is around porcelain. The charging stations, they are not. They can be any of it. It doesn't matter.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. We can do it in natural stone.
I got to see this stuff. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty
Especially
neat.
about the induction cooktop. And if you're looking for a great cooking methodology or good appliance, induction is. Have you cooked on induction yet?
I just got to play around with it.
It's amazing.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing how fast the water is.
Not only that, but it's just amazing you can take your pot off. Now, word of caution, not just any pot will work on an induction cooktop. It has to be a magnetic induction pot, meaning flat bottom, inductive, and all that. But, I mean, they're not outrageously expensive or anything that special, but you've got to have those pots or it's not going to work. But it works, and very quickly. The heat's amazing. The transfer is amazing. But what's also amazing is you can take the pot off the burner and put your hand on the burner.
And if you have a large family and you want to cook together, you can literally have two cooking areas in the kitchen, and the one is never seen until you're using it.
That's mind blowing. That's new technology that I'm not familiar with at all. I've got to find somebody. The next, if you can remember this, when it's applied, the next time the application comes up, give me a call.
Okay.
And hook me up with the availability of going to see something like that. And also, I'm gonna set up a time for me to come up there and tour the show. I want to see this porcelain. That's really blowing my mind.
Yeah, the porcelain is, it's installed correctly. It's 30% harder than granite. It's the installing it correctly that's important.
Wow, that's totally. And the thickness is very thin. Do you have to put a substrate under it? So it has to have a full substrate.
That we would do it.
Well, I understand.
yeah.
Y'all put the substrate down. And what do I mean by substrate? A substrate is it's just like this would be we're going to put laminate on this, hypothetically. And then this would be the substrate that we put it on. Well, with granite and quartz, you don't have to have a substrate because the material's thick enough to take care of the structure itself. But porcelain might have a bit of flex in it, therefore, because it's not as thin, about 1/4 of an inch, you said? So it's not as thick, so it doesn't have the structure that a big, thick...
And it absorbs the shock, too, a little bit, too.
But it's also, wow, that's just... Will it break?
No. I mean, anything can break. But
anything break if you hit it hard enough.
Yeah, if you hit it hard enough. I mean, sometimes it'll get chipping around, Eventually, everything gets chipping around the sink and all that. But so does natural stone, too. You know what I mean? So,
what kind of sink would you use with porcelain?
Any of the regular ones.
Really? This is amazing. I'm intrigued now. You got my mind blown away with this porcelain concept because
so much fun.
When I went to Cosentino, that workshop they had down there around the tile guy doing it, I watched and paid attention. I was intrigued that day. A slab or a sheet of goods, 10'6" by 5'3". That's pretty. 53, you said?
Some of them are 53, 63 is what I said, but I was just averaging.
5'3", yeah. That's a big slab.
They're big slabs. They are really big slabs.
And they're very color consistent, too.
Yes. Yes, and like I said, sometimes people, they might be going through chemo or something like that, and they want to use special things to clean. A lot of the surfaces, like natural stone, you have to be careful what you clean with it. The porcelain, you really don't have to. I mean, nothing's super abrasive, obviously, but you can use a little bit more stronger things on them.
Porcelain, wow, that's amazing. And that's coming. Are people aware of it? I mean,
they're becoming more and more aware of it. It also is a very good option for somebody who has an older home where you have to worry about the weight.
Yes, weight on floor systems.
Yeah.
Like the Bill Waters homes over in, I can't remember over off Sharon Road.
Yeah, so granite is heavy. It's, it can be
heavy.
17 pounds a square foot. This is nothing.
Tell you a story real quick. I was called many years ago by a doctor friend of mine, and God bless him, he's no longer with us, but Hollenbeck, I never forget him. He called me up, John. John says, Ray, I got a problem. I said, what? He says, my oven cabinet's coming out from the wall at the very top. He said, I mean, it's noticeable, Ray, it's coming. And I told him right then, I said, you got a new kitchen lately, didn't you? He said, yeah. I said, you put granite on it, didn't you? Yeah. You got an island too, don't you? Yeah. I said, I know exactly what's wrong. And when I walked in his back door, he had like 5 or 6 steps going up to the kitchen floor. And I got down on the floor, down even with it, because I was right there at my eye level with the floor. I looked at the floor and says, there it is. There it is. And it was a Bill Waters home that was built in Sharon Woods. Sharon Woods in deflection. It was 2 inches, Ivy, of deflection in that floor. So we went up underneath it, jacked it up, and put a steel beam under it. And we jacked it up, put it back in place. And it worked. But I was blown away. I couldn't believe how much had come away from the wall. And that's the deflection we're talking about when it comes to granite. Matter of fact, I walked in another house in South Charlotte, and they were finishing it up, and I was going to put the downdraft in. I said, you're going to have problems. She says, what do you mean? What kind? I said, you're going to have deflection problems. She says, what do you mean? And I says, this is heavy. When I walk across the floor, feel it? It bounced. And I says, what's causing that bounce and vibration? This floor's deflecting. She says, really? I said, really? I mean, you see it, me moving. And she says, what can I do? I said, talk to your general contractor or your contractor with your kitchen. I'm not trying to bring the bearer of bad news, but you got to deal with this. You know, that's a lot of weight sitting in the middle of this room, and it's deflecting. And let that be a word of caution if you're looking for stone. Do y'all get into that as far as warning people about deflection?
Most of the time, it's who's ever, their designer, whoever they're working with.
Whoever the remodeling guy is.
Yeah, the remodeling people will get into all that.
Yeah, but I've seen so much of it. The worst I'd ever seen was that one I told you about in Sharon Woods. But Sharon Woods, whenever somebody calls me from that neighborhood, Weymouth, as a matter of fact, I got a job to look at now in Weymouth, which is in Sharon Woods. But whenever I go in that community, they use 2x8s on 14, 12-foot spans, 16. That's a no-no. You can't, no. But anyway.
When were those built?
Oh, Lord of mercy. Sharon Woods built back in the 70s, I think, back a few years. Mm-hmm. Nice houses, nice floor plans, big houses. Some of them have been teardowns, too. Mm-hmm. Of course, what's new in Charlotte, All right, let me pay some bills here, talk about my sponsors. Let's talk about Rhino Lift Foundation Solutions. Walk around your house, check your brickwork, check for cracks. And if you've got some, put a crack gauge on them. Now, what am I talking about with a crack gauge? Don't go crazy until you know if it's separating. What I mean by that is you can take a hot glue gun and a popsicle stick and hot glue the popsicle stick on the crack. Mark each side of the crack. Give it 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months and see if you've got any increase in the crack. Because if a company comes out there, they could say you've got this, got that, but you need to know if there's any movement. If it's just not a temporary crack, because there's very few of those, but it could be just a stress crack in general with no movement. If that be the case, Rhino Lift Foundation Solutions will let you know that and not do anything for you. They'll let you make the decision, but they'll get it engineered. They've got a house, they've got connections and associations with engineers that every job they do is engineered, every job they do is permitted. So you don't have to worry about that. Peace of mind. Licensed in both North and South Carolina. That's Rhino Lift Foundation Solutions. If it's got something to do with your foundation, give them a call. Be it a floor slab that's sunk, they'll pump it back up with foam injection. They'll fix your slab. If you got bad sticky windows, they come up with remedies for that. You got foundation issues, they're the company to call. That's RhinoFoundationFS.com. Go online, check them out. Great company. And now if you're in your crawl space and you got bugs, well, ain't but one person to call in Charlotte. That's Kilo Exterminating Company. Been around Charlotte since 1939. That's right, 1939 in the Charlotte metro area. Kilo Exterminating. Give them a call. Go online, kilo.biz. If spring's here, bugs are going to be migrating. Not only migrating, but proliferating. Did I say that word good enough? Proliferating. They're going to be, well, it's bug season. What the heck? It's springtime. Give Kilo a call. That's kilo.biz. Today, we've been talking stone. I done learned something today about porcelain. A lot. I can't believe it. And
I'm excited for you to see it.
They're bigger sheets, too. What's the biggest slab you can get in rock? Do you know?
You can get them up to around 132.
130. That's...
But it's going to be,
that's 1 foot shy, 12 feet.
Yeah, but you're going to, if you go 126, your choices are a lot larger.
126, that's 10.6. Jeez, that's a big piece of rock. I don't know how you handle it all.
Carefully.
Big forklifts.
Big forklifts.
Boom forklifts. Well, what information would you like to tell anyone about stone? Is there anything from your plethora of wisdom?
My plethora of wisdom, let's see.
Like granite versus marble. You like marble counters? Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh, it's beautiful. Yes.
But
You can't be OCD in having them. Like, you have to know, like, marble is one of those things that you have to be okay with it aging with the house. It'll
marble is very, very porous.
it's porous, yes, and it will mark and we say it'll etch, and that just means that you'll have like a dull spot in the marble. And so one of the biggest concerns about marble is the etching that it does. But we also have products that Cutting Edge Stoneworks has a product that you can get after the fact, and they come out and put it on there like a different type sealer that'll help with that. And then we have another one that is almost like putting the stuff on your car, the vinyl on your car.
Yeah.
And so we can also put that on the marble as well to help you with that.
My advice would be don't go with marble. But then you've got the marble craze.
Yeah.
People who love marble.
And it's beautiful
Marble's gorgeous. It's a beautiful rock.
and timeless.
Very timeless. However, it's very porous. And that, if you don't mind a wine stain or some spotting on your countertops, it's fine. I went into a kitchen, high-end, $1 million plus house, right? She had plastic all over the counters. Clear plastic sheets.
I have seen this.
And it was on marble, and I didn't have to ask her what she was doing because I knew. Why would you put counters in your kitchen that you got to cover to protect? That, to me, just blew my mind. Welcome to the land of marble.
The marble, yes. But then in other countries, you have marble staircases, and you have
You got marble
steps
floors,
and
marble
floor-
cathedrals, marble.
You have to be the right person for it,
Right. And I wanted to bring that up because some people, after the fact, say, I'm sorry I ever did this. And I've heard it right out of their mouth.
I've heard this.
That one lady, I don't think it was marble in that house. It was soapstone or something.
Uh-huh.
You know about soapstone?
I do.
Is it a good counter?
It is also soft. It's very
I know
soft.
it's softer than marble. And not that marble's soft, but relative to. And another thing, black granite is heavier than every other granite. I didn't know that.
It's
until
denser.
It's a lot more dense. And it's not substantially, but it is heavier than your lighter rocks, is it not?
Yes.
I didn't know that until I had another stone guy on the show one day. Well, I think it was Harkey. What's it, Lenny?
Uh-huh.
You know Lenny?
I do know Lenny.
Lenny's the creator at Harkey Tile and Stone. Great guy.
He's a pretty great guy.
Now he's got a reputation in the stone.
He does.
If you want it done and nobody else can do it, you probably want to call Lenny. So I've been told. But I imagine you have one of those in your company.
We do. We do. We have we would have a Robert and a Mike, because Mike is all into all of those projects as well. The owner loves to create.
He's a very interesting fella. That's why I was really anxious to get him on the show. Because,
We're going to get him on the show for sure.
Because he really is a neat guy.
Yeah, he is involved in the company 100%. And when you bring him strange jobs or requests, he loves them.
If it's hard, anybody can do something easy.
Yeah, he loves it when it's just, yeah.
That's me, man. Give me something hard. I done all these.
He's like, we'll figure it out. We did just get another machine too that allows us to bend quartz.
Bend quartz.
So we can put radiuses on the quartz now.
So now you can bend quartz. It's heat too, isn't it?
It is.
Wow. I got to come up there.
I know, you got to come up and see that one. That one's fun.
Is it working now?
Yeah.
So you're bending quartz. To what degree?
Well, they're playing around with it. They're about to do we're redoing the men's bathroom just so we can put it,
Just so you can do it.
just so we can do it.
That's wild.
It's pretty cool. So it'll give us, some of the islands and things are starting to have more of a radius on them.
Yeah,
So-
that's exactly what I saw when you brought that up.
This will allow us to do that.
Because these islands now, in the mitered beveled corners and all, some work is just astounding. It looks like a big cube sitting in the middle of the room.
Well, and we have 25 edges you can pick, I think it is. So We have like the OG edges coming back with Force and Cove and all these different type edges all mixed together to, make your style really, stand out a little bit.
Wow. That's Cutting Edge Stoneworks up in Mooresville, folks. How do they get in touch with Stony Edge Cutworks? Cutting Edge. CuttingEdgeStoneworks.com. Just
Or
go.
give us a call and set up an appointment, and
That's it.
that's
Easy.
it. We keep it easy.
Do y'all measure with lasers?
Yes.
So everything's done with lasers.
Uh-huh.
So y'all take the computer, the laptop up there, and download everything into that computer. I'm guessing. I don't know.
It goes from the machinery right to the guys in the shop.
Oh, it downloads. That's amazing. So there's a whole technology side to this business.
Yeah.
And I met some of those guys doing that stuff.
You did.
In that room that
And
day.
you got to see them where you can see what the countertop's going to look like before it's cut. So you can sign off on it. You can make sure that the piece, the little spot in the stone that you love the most is where you want it, and all of that. So.
Gotcha. Wow, it's amazing. I'm still intrigued about the porcelain. Sorry,
Oh, come on down.
just blew my mind.
Speechless.
Well, I am about the cooktop, the induction cooktop.
Ivy, that rarely happens to make him speechless.
I mean, to put a induction cooktop. Now, the only problem I have with that, if something goes wrong with the induction cooktop, is there a way to get that sucker out of there? But that's not you.
And it's up underneath the cabinet.
Well, I know it's underneath. That's the thing. How you going to get it out? The door won't open that way. But there again, that's something that I'm going to check into. See, I'm very detail-oriented, too. I did remodeling for 40 years. Well, the thing about remodeling, though, it is a very detail-oriented job.
It is.
Remodelers are detail-oriented contractors. Very much so. I'm a very nut about detail. The studio? Mm-hmm. I did every bit of this. Personally, hands-on, no help. So, and the reason being because I wanted to do it. But that gets you in trouble.
That's true.
I know, big
That's
time.
true.
You can't be doing everything yourself.
Nope.
But I've got a new policy. I'm not doing anything by myself anymore because I went out there and I admit I screwed up Friday. I had a forklift out here and I was by myself. I raised it and knocked out 2 fluorescent fixtures or light bulbs. And I stopped the forklift as fluorescent tubes bursted below me with a lot of noise. And I just looked up. You screwed up there, buddy. You wasn't supposed to be doing this by yourself. And there you go. 2 eyes are better than one.
2 eyes are better than one.
And see, I learned my lesson at 74. You really believe that? You really believe I learned my lesson? I hope I did. I got you, big guy. Today's show's been great. How was your first podcast? You enjoy it?
I did enjoy it. I did.
Wasn't too bad, was it?
Wasn't too bad. I knew all the answers.
Well, you ought to. You got enough experience. And tell Mike how much fun it was, and let's get him back down here because I would like to talk to him after I come up there.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
I want to come up to the facility again, and I want to check out these new toys.
Yeah, you would love them. Just
I
to spend,
would.
just to watch the guys
I enjoyed
work.
coming up there that day and just meeting all your people because you can tell they're in it to win it. Mm-hmm. You got a great team.
They're fun to watch.
Oh, God, yes. It's amazing. And the incredible technology that goes into stone fabrication is mind-blowing. So if you're looking for a career pathway that's probably not going away, AI is not going to take its place. There's no way it can. It's just too much hands-on. But I would highly recommend that. Now, next week we've got Garage Door Doctor. The Garage Door Doctor's in the house, so we're going to be talking what? Garage door. They've become very popular in the Charlotte metro area, too. Thank you to Miss Ivy Young.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it, and thank Mike for allowing you to be here today. And every week we broadcast live here on YouTube, on About Your House Radio and Put Tools in Schools channel, as well as Facebook Live. So tune in every Tuesday and replayed Saturday mornings on Fox Sports Charlotte from 9 to 11. We download the show, rebroadcast it. You're hearing this. If you're hearing it Saturday, well, you can call me on Saturday or any other time. If you have questions, 704-712-4644. Tune in, turn on, and learn as I did today. So make it a great week. More about your house next